What is up, friends? Hello. How we doing? We're kicking off the week. We're kicking off expert playoffs. We still have an expert champion to crown for both EMEA and for North America. You know, had expert playoffs start last week. They have already gotten a couple of rounds of games in. So they've played 2 rounds. So that would be your initial round of upper bracket round 1. And then lower bracket quarterfinals also took place. So basically rounds 1 and 2 got played last week. We were covering Master Division, so in this stream we weren't really able to get any of those on, unfortunately. Now all that's done, we can focus in on experts. We can get into it this week. We have top 8 in EMEA, while we have top 16 in North America. You know, there's almost twice as many teams competing in a expert. You end up with a 16-team double elim bracket instead of an 8-team bracket. So it does make things are a little different or a little wonky on either side, right? The numbers aren't exactly the same since you have 16 teams. Let's take a look at our bracket here. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Your upper bracket quarters started with, Super Shy have 6-0'd their way into the upper bracket finals, taking on Yes, who almost did the same, were it not for Quack taking a map off of GG Yes. That match won't be happening until a little bit later on in the week. We won't get to that one until this Saturday. Our focus is going to be down here in this lower bracket. One thing to keep in mind, y'all, even though we don't have OWCS promotion relegations this season because there's no stage 4 for OWCS, we do still have promotion relegation for expert into Master Division. So we will have your top 2 teams, whoever makes it to the grand finals, whoever wins this upper bracket final, and then makes it through lower bracket, guaranteed a spot in Master Division for season 7. Your 3rd and 4th seeds will get an opportunity. What that means is that we have stakes on the line here today. Whoever wins this match will get a shot in promotion relegation. We will be down to top 4 here by the end of the day in EMEA. So there's a promotion relegation slot on the line today for these 2 teams. I have these teams listed in your title as 5th seed and 8th seed. That was just because of the way the bracket looked. Because just the way this bracket looks, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Which would then go 8, 7, 6, 5, which would give Quick Academy 5th seed and Empire Scythica 8th seed. It was difficult to tell from the FACEIT League standings, especially when you get into here and they list ties. And they're listed as 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. It's not a definitive 1, 2, 3, 4 like we see up top. Quack was 6th. So OG Realm was given 5th seed. Like I said, very difficult to tell. Because Bushels is the number 1 thing here. You cannot go by head-to-heads. Yes actually beat Super Shy in the head-to-head. But Bushels is the number 1 tie-breaking factor. It's not head-to-heads. We got the important aspects here. Important aspects, you got top 4 on the line. You've got a Master Division promotion relegation match on the line here today. Lot at stake. Moving into top 4, and Quack are the only team to take a map off of either of your number 1 and number 2 teams. A really good look for, a team that's coming in your 6th seed. You anticipate the top 4 seeds to kind of have a little bit more of an easy going through. Not the case. We've had, Rats going out early, as Scythica had them a 3-1 loss as well. So this is your 4th seed Rats, and Scythica definitely proving an upset there. So both teams showing some upsets here early. It does look like Quack got first everything down the board. They were the higher seed and coming through winner's bracket. From what we've learned, it is the team that finished... Oh, shoot. I think that was a Zarya ban. Was that a Zarya ban? I think that was a Zarya ban. I believe that it's the team that finished regular season with a higher seed is going to get first map pick and first hero ban throughout this playoffs. It was a Zarya ban from Quack. Well, I did see that correctly. Lucio ban from Scythica. So we get ready to hand it to Samoa for this map 1. So just keep that in mind as we go through these playoffs. And obviously that first map pick and that first hero ban, super important. I thought that went in pretty quick. Like, the teams didn't get a chance to finalize their own lineups. The lineups, just finalized themselves. Our teams didn't get a chance to pick their rosters. They kind of got auto-picked for them. It jumped right from hero ban right into game, and the teams didn't get a chance to adjust their rosters. So clearly that's just a bit of a tech error. We did not get a head-to-head between these 2 teams. So we did have a 3-1 dub for Quack in regular season. So that was closer to the beginning of the season. That's going to be before mid-season patch. Just before, actually. Mid-season patch was the 26th. So, and very different map pool. I don't think any of these maps are still in the map pool. Actually, no. Not a single one of these maps are in the map pool anymore either. So, we're going to be looking at a very, very different series. It's been a couple months. I don't know that we can put much stock into that previous head-to-head. Although, for what it's worth, Quick did take that one 3-1. But we're ready to get into Samoa. It's playoff time. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I love playoffs. All right, let's judge everybody's emotes. So, what they're saying here is we're verifying in chat to make sure they're cool if we do a roster swap. Apparently, Runa's internet is suddenly having some issues.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Okay, we're actually gonna get the Yukich ball here to start. Oh, it might. What the? That's an odd. I didn't even hit F12. Random screenshot to lock in. A couple of them, apparently. I'm having my keyboard's acting up. That's why I was just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? My keyboard's acting weird. Carlin's gonna find first blood. Or just kind of won the battle of the bridge. I gotta be honest, didn't really see it. My keyboard is acting up. What? Yeah, seriously, what is my keyboard doing? I don't understand what's doing that. It is at the start. Yeah, that's what I say. It's like in the first 10 levels. It has to be one of the duo tiers, because I didn't see it. What, do I not have the battle pass this season, or did I just not? Maybe I just didn't claim it or something. All right, anyway. Whew. Big slam in. You can able to find their first kill of the map. I feel like audio is really loud. Sorry. Kick that down a notch. I have no idea what's causing the. I don't know what's causing that. I genuinely have no idea what's causing the screenshots to keep happening. I have not changed anything, and I'm not doing anything different from what I normally do. All right. We'll lock in here. You are going to look at a title blast fight here for both teams. Pretty even as far as percentage goes. Trying to retake. What are we looking at? Retake with this. Moving in through stair side. Currently, I feel like already has some good ground picked up into this. It was X-Ross who receives the title blast. Goes in looking for Kermit on the other side. Won't get it. Credit responds. Throwing the Tide Pod onto Yukich, and mines are thrown on the point. This is kind of isolated carefully. They end up surrounded first to fall here in this pivotal fight. A fight that had both teams tied in percentage. Kitsu's thrown out despite a lack of tank in the battle, and Jamal's gonna go ahead and pull out the blade. This is a Kitsu-backed blade. Oh, Kermit! Kermit, oh no! I don't know what happened to you, my friend. That's not good. Fortunately, Jamal is able to pick up a kill in their own right. Yukich returns, finds Vale. I have no idea. That is really starting to piss me off. I don't know what's causing it.
Time for the reckoning.
We did get a flip, 81% on the board and counting here for Quack in this opening round. Like, that is usually F12. I'm not even on that half of the keyboard. I'm in WASD. I have no clue. No clue. Whatever. Nukic. Oh, great opening picks. You're gonna find 2 right out of the gate. But Elku able to answer a little rooftop battle. Some Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon going on here in the rooftops of Samoa. And it was Elku. Elku really being the difference maker in this fight. Finds a pivotal tying kill. And the Coconuts will go to Quack here to start things off. Bull Scuff Productions. I just gotta figure out what's going on with the damn noise. Bit of paparazzi. Yeah, I don't know. The paparazzi are hiding all over beach. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get the paparazzi to go away. And Leprechaun, you just get used to it on Mondays. It's just a Monday, like, it's just tradition at this point. It's just gonna be scuffed on a Monday. We're lucky I'm not muted, all right? Y'all are lucky you can hear my voice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, we do get the JQ matchup this time. No Wrecking Ball on Volcano, not a whole lot of good roll-throughs. Got a whole lot of room for a Wrecking Ball to work without making themselves vulnerable, I feel like. Too easy to get caught, get stuck, get kidnapped. JQ with a lot of punching power despite not having a lot of health. We'll see who pulls the trigger first, as both teams just kind of staring each other down. Little jabs at the early start of the fight to feel each other out. Extros actually makes a move, gets punished. Tries to go in deep swing and around the outside. Gets popped. Jamal's going to fall up and win a duel over Veil as well, so. Gonna clean up at the end, and a flawless first fight going over to Scythica, as well as first cap. Right here, let's look at some numbers after that opening round. Pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. That's the entirety of Quack rotating through, whatever you call the reactor. Won't contain. Veil wanted entrance. Oh, but did not count on Matt. Matt was such a good position over here to be able to duck it, come that flank. Very, very smart. Ends up in a perfect spot to collapse onto Veil. Ooh, Arrow with the cover. Finds the punish onto the pulse bomb attempt. Now Kitsu tossed in. Just gonna try to win out this 4v4. Small gets Arrow low. Arrow tough it away. Uses the wave. Not only healed themselves, but a friend as well. But still, the dash will claim him. Jamal has the cooldowns to get out 11 health. And the healing comes through. Carefully gonna try to swing this fight. Gets Yukage with that rampage. Big carnage alongside Veil. Claims Reddit Kermit. Oh, I mean, it's getting visceral here. Axes and swords into the mix. We're getting medieval here in Samoa. We're gonna get a flip from Quack as well. Screenshot folder is gonna be full after this game. I know, right? Still no clue. No clue where the Ghost of the Machine came from, but hey, we roll with it. Hey, you know what? Apparently the paparazzi were just on downtown. Maybe they followed us over. I don't know. Right, Exros takes the title blast, runs down Kermit. Good swift step in from Mind Rabbit, gets the Suzu in play. Oh, what a headshot onto Elku! Elku is just destroying everyone. Jamal finally takes a Dragon Blade to bring Elku down. Jamal's actually able to find Kerfley with that same blade. Is it just Veil holding on to this point? Yeah, Veil will try to buy as much percentage as possible. But that's going to be both cooldowns used. They're going to just die on cart call. Stall continues here with X-Ross, and you're able to get it above 50? Almost. Carefully with the ad swap. You got Blade to work with and Elku. Oh, this is close. Quack really don't have time to spare. They need to get this Kitsu up Blade is going to come out from Veil. Be the opening thing in this fight. Here we go. We find some Veil Pop. There's some Veil Pop. Oh, it's a 2-for-1. It's Jamal, who actually does not need the Dragon Blade to cut your team down. Finds 3, including Veil themselves. Close out this opening round. Scythica with a great start.
Ready for battle. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Once again, back into the Junk Queen mirror. Scythica sticks with the Drake Inji. We are getting X-Ross into that Sojourn. Oh, but it's the dive DPS, find first blood, and then reconvene. All turn their guns, well, swords, shurikens, whatever you may have, towards the tank. Jamal with 3 once again. Jamal with a great opening, 24-5 here so far. Second only, only to the JQs in damage. So, coast side rotation. Gonna avoid Main Street here a little bit. I love this rotation. Immediately get yourself some high ground to work with here. You've got X-Ross and a Sojourn, so makes sense, but what a knife! Oh no! Great plan foil by a quick knife to the face. You can just get in with the ghost carnage? That was kind of cool. Katos, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate the tier 1 very much. 11 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support. That's nearly a year. It's actually not a meme. No, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Huge, huge, huge. All right, X-Wasp goes to a Tracer. Arrow into this more a little survivable. Also can, help put some damage out against the flankers. Try to keep your side angles marked. X-Ross immediately moving to approach Matt. Say, hey, I'm not gonna let you have this side for free. Matt is looking for entrance in. Back on the objective, we have a Dragon Blade and playing a Rampage. Throw it in there from Yukic. Veil caught with that. And is brought down by the dot damage. Dot damage, I know, is redundant. Damage over time damage.
You know you're allowed to fight back, yeah?
95%. One last chance, or we're just getting the ultimates for Quack to work with in this third round. Oku gets that Kitsu in just in the nick of time. Carefully close to a Rampage, and this might just be the one to push it over the line, but you do have a Tidal Blast, perhaps save anybody who's purpled. Oh, carefully brought down. Jamal's still purpled. Actually, a couple of purples in. The cleanse is late, but you know what? Reddit Kermit does, in fact, use the Tidal Blast to great effect. An opening map win here for your 7th, 8th seed of Scythica in the lower bracket quarterfinals. What a start.
Play of the game.
An Aatlis pick. Something unique to FACEIT. We still have not seen Aatlis re-enabled in OWCS. I've rumors it'll be re-enabled this upcoming weekend. And a Tracer ban. Immediately taking that out of the equation. Still no sign of Runas, right? So this is throwing a whole wrench into the plans. Remember, I mean, right there in map 1, we saw that Quick Academy wanted to start Runas in this matchup. but had to get X-Ross in, which was definitely more of a hit scan. When we were playing into this kind of double flank DPS look. So it was not what Quick wanted. This is not how they drew it up. The situation was forced. Their hand was forced by some tech issue, an internet going out or something like that for Runes. So Quick Academy are being forced to try to change things up on the fly. Scythica able to play their game plan, it looked like a lot better here, opening up on the Wrecking Ball, then moving in to match the Junker Queen, worked out well. Jamal ends up 10k damage, 33 and 7 there in that Genji. The JQ is very, very close. Currently, it actually comes out with more damage, but also has more deaths. So, a carry ban. Once again, we're going to get Scythica targeting the supports. We're heading into Aatlis.
Ready for battle.
I love this design. This is so cool. Here in the station. Okay. With the Zarya no longer banned out, we'll get Yukid showing us that hero out of the gate. Carefully, of course, known for that Junker Queen. We'll go right back into it.
1. Initial flashpoint. Station.
Matt, who had a pretty good opening round on the Tracer, going into the Cassidy here, but gets just ran over. A lot more front and back compositions from both these two squads, and the Genji Reaper not finding as much initial success here for Scythica as they were fighting with the Tracer Genji. First cap will go to Quick Academy. Arrow even going into the Mora. I think this had to be in anticipation of expecting the Tracer Genji once again. So we'll see if Arrow wants to stick with this. May go back into the Kiri now that, they've seen the Reaper cast. Runes is in for this map, by the way, so Runes has been able to get their internet working. X-Ross staying in. 60% towards this opening rail. Really nice damage in this opening fight, but cannot find the same efficacy in fight number 2. Nice 3-piece there for Matt. We'll get a flip at 50%. For context, during map 1, Runes' internet full declined and crashed. It is fixed now. Good to know. Good to see. Thank you for the update, Machi. I also play for a Duck team, Big Duck Energy. I don't beat Duck Energy. I swear I've cast y'all. I remember you were talking about casting back in the day, Leprechaun. Grab versus Rampage. Obviously, the grab could just end the Rampage if timed properly, but nope, you're not able to catch it. Yukid does get the grab down, and Mortality Field's going to help you survive through the purples, and the grab is enormous. Finds all 4 of your squishies, and Yukid just takes over the point. Station belongs to Empire Scythica. I have arrived in time for the quack, says Maddie. Maddie, you are too late for Gambus, but we're glad to see you. As always. Remember helping me out with the destinations board when this map first came out. Jamal apparently invested the Death Blossom somewhere in that exchange. Deadeye versus Cole. Rotation out of quack. On to the point, we're going to look at a sound barrier exchange here. Let's see who wants to pull the trigger first. Reddit Kermit does have the advantage. It is going to go ahead and drop that. We're also going to get Mind Rabbit putting an Ant Matrix in this. So double support holds. Let the beat lands. Ruined. Death Blossom right on top of that back line. Jamal does end up taking X-Ross down mid-overclock. Shadow Step in behind the tank. Trying to chase Kerfley out. Carefully's axed through your Lucio. Isn't enough sustain. The Jungle Queen can't quite keep that health regenerating. And Empire Scythica hang on. The two high damage output, high octane tanks going head to head here, both with great opening fights. But Station will go to Scythica. Interesting to see the approach here. So a little bit of fight over the stairs. And we're going to get a rotation to the point there from Scythica. Trying to just stick their backs up against the wall. See if they can get a little bit of a defender's advantage here. Tanks are staying neck and neck in their tank ultimates. As opposed to their other kind of ultimates. Another enormous grab. This one's got 3. All 3 will go down. I mean, what a good start. You can dread that one. Like, hey, there's a perfect opportunity to hit Q. Gorgeous. Scythica looking so strong here. Rose cast CGL with me? Oh, that's amazing. Well, that's early. That had to be early days. That guy called Reddit Kermit can play a little bit of Lucio. Jamal also can play a little bit of Reaper. Death Blossom into the back finds X-Ross and Elku. God, why did I mean, cheeky play. You gotta love it. And Phantom a good cheeky Death Blossom. Freaky Frankfurt, that's a fun name. Freaky Frankfurt 45, no less. Oh, that is a lot of alliteration and I'm a fan. It's gonna be Matt to try to slow the approach with this Deadeye. See if they can deny a touch. I was hoping to catch something in rotation. Actually does! With the M-Matrix up, Jamal and Mind Rabbit are able to find picks. Rampage finds 2! Carefully is able to get 1 kill, but it's just too little too late. You know, you were already down so tragically by the time the Rampage is invested. Not a chance. Okay, we're headed over to Bazaar. Bazaar's the blue one, right? Yeah, Bazaar is in blue. There you go. Good. Yeah. And Resort is in white. They kind of rhyme. There's a little bit of alliteration going on there, too. Scythica looking for yet another first cap. You do have sound barriers available. Runa is with the one difference. That was a shadow step in place. Just to avoid some damage, perhaps, but looks like Quack kind of getting confined here at the top of this stairwell. Carefully just tries to muscle through, but the beat is late on the engage. Saw the idea, but the timing was a touch off there for Quack. They're not able to find Reddit Kermit. Reddit Kermit easily gets the counter beat in play, so no Ajax there. We have had Carflay swap off the Junker Queen after that. You know, we saw that like kind of 2v5 at best Rampage at the end of point B, or the second flashpoint. And Carflay made a swap. Now, I mean, every grab so far from Yukich this map, I mean, there's been 2. They've both been enormous in fight winning. OC out of X-Ross will be the initiation tool. Grab is thrown in, catches them in place. Runa's answers! Jamal has the dancing chops of their own. 2 kills apiece for each of our Death Blossoms. Carefully finds a pick to keep Quack on top. They're able to move on to the point, kind of anchor onto the objective in that exchange. So as the grab came out and the Death Blossoms went into play, Carefully and Runez are able to move on to the point. And it's just that little bit of a difference maker. Matt Cat Rat Empire in 3. I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's Freaky Frankfurt 45 good. Deadeye Ant Matrix gonna bring those skulls up lightning fast. Carefully clipping. You play slow. That is perfect. I don't know how you found that, Ruinous, but that was the absolute perfect thing that your team needed. Buy time for Carefully to get this grab online. Try to hold on and swing back this point of Bazaar. Now you've got a shot. Now Kerfley has a chance to comfortably build up the gravity. Doesn't feel... And Garden is green. Actually, good point, Maddie. Good point. Town center is tan. Wait a minute. Wait, really? But did they actually do all that? I wonder if they're in clockwise alphabetical order like Saravasa as well. Oh, I love the little secrets, the little things. The little things the OCD artists put into this. Well, that was Kermit looking for a boop. That's that grab that we were talking about. And it is as comfortable a lead in this team fight as we anticipated. One ult, one fight win, point picked up here for Quick Academy. Wrong button. Oh, we're going next door to Resort. Sorry, I just wanted to do a little fly through of that intro. That was just fun. Jamal just getting right in the thick of that amp matrix. Thought about pulling the trigger on that one. I think was trying to bait out Lamp, if I'm being honest, is kind of what that looked like. Runas gets taken down. Jamal's going to get another shot at this. Runas found himself in a 1v2, and it feels like Empire is starting to squeeze the vice here on Quack's hold. And despite getting to Resort first, they are quickly evicted as Empire and Scythica take over. Start pouring themselves little drinks with umbrellas in them. We're not necessarily shitting on Quack, we're just shitting on Moira. Alright, fair enough. OC out of X-Ross. Clock's, rotation, sound barriers at both sides. Watch for the Reapers to get in. Jamal hiding in that white room. It's a big push from Runes all the way to the other side. Death Blossom will find Mind Rabbit. Then you had your own MMOR it is to keep you alive. It looks like Jamal's able to return the favor. Jamal pops their own dance on the objective. Kerfley puts two pillars between themselves in that one. But still, Kermit and Matt find isolated targets. We're going to get a flip at 83%. This is looking like an Empire 2-0 here in your lower bracket quarterfinals. Is your 8th seed about to move up to match point? Oh, a brutal end as X-Ross face plants the wall in a grab and celebration. Scythica move up to 2-0. Kasuchu, thank you for the follow. Wow, look how quickly those Ishbaradza, Genji, and we're swapping sides. Quack's like, all right, maybe we try the blue outlines here. That side's not working for us. And it felt like they had a firm grasp on Aatlis from start to finish. You force Kerfley off of the JQ, force him into a Zarya matchup. Quacker in such a rough spot. Scythica found himself, as far as just meta-wise, right? JQ not in the strongest spot meta-wise, where we're seeing Zarya, looking very, very strong, particularly with the double flank DPS being so strong. You can 37-5, Jamal 37-4. They're on Aatlis. 12.4 and 11.6k damage, respectively. An enormous map, too. Let's see if Quack can step up here. Time for map 3. Update from Hari versus OG Realm. It is Hari up 2-0 in that series as well. OG Realm have taken that map to Saravasa for map number 3. So both of our lower bracket quarterfinals have a team looking for a reverse sweep right now. Oh, I did not see you. I owe you a ban. I owe you a ban. Let's see. We got We did, in fact, get the Queen ban out of Scythica. Yep, that is a good call. As we are seeing the Zarya matchup once again, this is gone in Yukic's favor. Here, good. Coach Pop gone. I'm stuck on delay Pop now. Oh, need. You're just a normal pleb like the rest of us. Matt was doing some decent harassment up there, but got thwarted by a rejuvenating wave. While Rudez looked to be doing a pretty good job of staying alive, kind of was holding the attention of 3 players, both Yukich, Jamal, and the Curie that was keeping him topped up. But Jamal ends up overwhelming here. And as admirable an effort as carefully showed, eventually, oh, Helku gets the kill on Jamal. There you go. There you go. That one's for all the Curie fans out there. That was for all the support players out there. Bubble on to Runes. Initial pressure keeps Yukich kind of behind that choke. Neither team playing with a hit scan. Well, actually, I say that. You do have X-Ross with a Freya. And now I'm kind of like, wait a minute. We had an opportunity to get X-Ross in that high ground, which I thought you might have been trying to do. It does make sense. They aren't able to get it there, though. Eventually have to back away to the Kitsune. What a boop out of Kermit. Kermit and Yukich are both 1. Matt's going to find 2 in the pulse bomb on the right-hand side of your screen, while Kerfley picks up 2 right there in the center. Kerfley's able to send Matt packing, has a bubble to kind of get the bot forward. Wow, what an explosive fight that was. Matt is able to come back. Was just hiding around the corner with very little health. Runs into a Zarya. Kerfley still's got plenty of charge here. At least enough to deal with a Tracer. Now it's gonna get interesting. Keep an eye on, Kermit with the beat. Oh, Jamal with that early pick. You needed that title blast into this fight if you're Quack. X-Ross is able to find Yukich. Never mind. All you need is X-Ross to connect with a nice little 3-piece. Kerfley's grab will get it done. Okay. Quack goes first. Now they're hoping the title blast alone will be enough to stand up to this the beat grab combo. Grabbed in. Runes will not get a chance to really take advantage of the title blast. Scythica will stop the bot and deny the checkpoint. Fairly significant lead, I feel like. Esperanca not nearly as comebackable as Renasapi. I know, I say that every map. Or every time we're on this map.
Don't let them take the lead.
Runes shadow steps through. Kitsu is sort of across the back of the objective. Runes gets cooldown force, so does Jamal. Oh, the pulls, the bubbles used. Man, a close fight. But that kill on the Kerfley feels like it could be the difference maker. Oh, with that said, X-Ross finds yet another pick here, and you can just suddenly look like you're in a lot of trouble. So despite finding the tanks early, X-Ross, Runes, even Elku, managed to hang on through that. Well played, very well played, out of Quack indeed. Man, I mean, losing that Zarya that early in the fight is such a huge detriment to your raw damage output of the team. Really, really excellent display of persistence. Elku just sneaks in, grabs a kill. We're just gonna go switch step back up to the high ground. Meanwhile, Carefully and company gonna push around the corner. We have clearly gotten the butt scratch moment done and behind us here if you are Quack. All right, we're reversing the tides here for the fate of Quick Academy. Get the knockdown on the Mine Rabbit. That's gonna be the Shadow Stab. Death Blossom completely denied. Bolo shot and grab. Oh, Yukich tried to grab into that X-Ross. Caught not only Yukich, but Jamal as well in one single Bolo shot. That may have been the most valuable Bolo shot I've ever seen on this stream. You just devalued Grav Death Blossom. And you were already 43% towards another ultimate. Thanks to the bounties. Oh, nice little double tap. You get Matt's recall forced out right there. Matt was toast. That was a nice little double tap. Oh, looking for revenge. X-Ross low. There's the Suzu, but Matt steals the health pack. We'll throw in the poles. X-Ross. Oh, Matt! Matt, you win. Matt got one. Matt got one, all right? Carfley's gonna drop a grab in back on the pole, and that's got 2 in it, I believe. Rejuvenating wave from Kermit, though, keeps everybody alive, and the Kitsu invested helps you can just get that kill. 100 charge. Oh my god, Carfley just got sent yeeting across the battlefield with that right click. What a fun fight here for control of Yellow Bus. But I mean, this is Quack who've eaten up a lot of time. They've extended their lead despite losing this fight. Jamal got the title blast. With Kitsu thrown in. Jamal, I mean, really doesn't even do anything. Didn't even fire a bullet. Has to fall back. Rona is able to hunt him down on that retreat. End up with a couple of good picks. Just the Bolo shot used after the Kitsu. Okay, so yeah, we did use the Kitsu to shut down the title blast engagement. It doesn't feel like a super, like, it feels like an expensive trade for Quick Academy. But you've seen those title blasts just basically win fights in their own right. So I can understand, you know, throwing your own Kitsu in. But this does give a pretty significant advantage here. You're looking at Grav and a Kitsune Rush from Scythica. 2 minutes left to go. Ruinez receives the title blast once again. The Suzu nicely timed. So Ruinez just hits the Wraith form and we're out of there. Kitsu thrown in out of Empire Scythica, but they've lost Yukich in this. So look for a quick counterattack. Ruinez still has a Death Blossom and a kill on Jamal in this fight. This is a +2. No Reaper, no Zarya. Standing here for Scythica. Quack, round the final corner. Still holding on to some important ultimates. Jamal's returned into the fight. We have dueling Death Blossoms ready to go. Graviton Surge is at the ready. We're going to try to start the Big Bang right here, right now. Carfley can't live. Bubbles, rejuvenating waves, all the water in the world. Not going to keep you hydrated through that, but Ruinez equals the answer. It's too little too late. Equals the answer. That was a statement. That was a sentence. That was a call. That was a shot. Nobody pick on the Carfley is the difference maker there. You use Grav if you're Scythica. Quack went completely dry into that fight. They decided to just go eco fight on that one. They don't spend either of their 2 big ultimates. And now you've gotten another X-Ross Bolo shot as well, which
This ends now.
I think Fides has found so much value out of this ultimate. Oh, not that time! Man, it'll just clock you right out of the air. What a brilliant shot, and then in the split second, the Bolo is about to come flying your interaction, so you cancel the ultimate. You take down Carfley and Elku, who are both holding check marks as well. What a spectacular, spectacular shot in team fight there from Matt. So, there's our checkpoint. You still got 70 meters, roughly. Jamal was creeping in. Gets the dire shotguns. You get out both cooldowns. Shadow step on top of Arrow and the Death Blossom just immediately solo onto the Ruyong. But there's a grab up front. Jamal's answered. Runez gets the Death Blossom with their own in. I should have kept it on Runez Pav. Runez returns to close out the map. And Quack, hang on. Put a point on the board. They're not going down to the 3-0. Not today, friends. That is not how the Quack season ends. We're going to get a Watchpoint Gibraltar pick at Scythica. Actually, choose to go in the blue outlines. They want to start this one on the defense. Who would have banning out? Banning out a Diva. Okay. Okay. I'm very curious to see what these teams do. I don't think of either of these teams as really playing aerial tanks at all. So it's like a very high ground oriented map and two teams that like to play ground and pound. So this is quite the interesting pick. Oh, some stats there from map 3. What stands out, friends? What stands out? We're looking at 6-7 deaths there from Quack. Runez leading the server with 10.9k damage over both of your tanks in that one. And it's X-Ross with most elims at 27 and 6. Also tied for those fewest deaths, although we did have 5 players with 6 deaths and 3 players with 7. All right, let's get into Jimmy.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Initiating match.
Hangar 18. Do y'all know the name of the ship? The name of the ship that resides in Hangar 18. It's one of my favorites because there's a player that has the same name. So I like zooming in on the ship's name whenever that team is playing. I think it's fun. That would be Aurora. Also, fun critical role meme for those who enjoy D&D. We're looking at Yukage on a Maga. So you know what? That's exactly what I think of. When I think of Watchpoint Gibraltar, I think of Maga. What? I knew this was gonna be a fun map. Let's go. Just scouting. I'm guessing there with the Hanzo. X-Rox goes back into the Freya. Runez into the Tracer. You gotta have the Tracer here for some point presence. Now, we are gonna get the Ana Wuyong backline. This is actually a pretty vulnerable, but God, the damage output and the value you can get from this backline is crazy insane. But also, they are super vulnerable. But since, you know, you don't have a Winston coming at you, you don't have even really a Genji, this could work. You can see just how aggressive Elku and the rest of Quick Academy are getting here early in this fight. I do owe you a ban still. I'm sorry. It's not a Jungle Queen ban here from Quick Academy. I owe you a ban. What do we think? Is this the Genji? It's a Sojourn. Sojourn banned out from Quack. I thought it might actually be the Genji for a moment. Sorry, I had to go get that ban plugged in. It's Yukage. And the ground tank ends up coming out on top of the pair of kills here early. Well, I don't know about early. In the opening minute. Opening fight. Mind Rabbit sent down low to help win the tank battle, and Jamal actually goes to chase down Runez. So 0 point presence at the moment, which really is really discouraging for Team High Ground here, because whatever efforts and whatever resources you spend, you're not getting any progress out on the cart. Ooh, so they're gonna send Runez up top. We're just gonna try to overwhelm the High Ground here. Jamal's there to meet. Yukage is slept. Can Elku find an angle here? This L angle is tough to get a good nade in. We are going to get Runez with the Tide Pod. Runs all the way back down to cart. Ends up with a kill on the Yukage when it's all said and done. You do still have Curfew very low. And so Quick Academy have had to slow down a touch, but you can see they've got 2 on cart now. That pick on the Yukage is so huge. Jamal does find Elka, who we theorize could be a very vulnerable target in this composition, but the nano boost in play isn't going to be enough. Kitsu down. Matt's got the pair with the help of that Kitsu. Actually, he does not get any help from the Kitsu. It just sounded good in the moment. A couple of crowd control ultimates available. Interesting about both of these things. Kind of funny. Usually they both have CC ults. Double blink over. No pulse. Get you pop him up here. Carefully in trouble. Oh, what a cage fight. As the chase down into the mini health pack room, and Yukich just with the perfect ultimate. Put a cap on this defense. Rudiz does blink in. Okay, has recall, stay alive. I'm not seeing much to get back here. X-Ross needs an enormous bolo shot. Hits Kermit with it, but the Susie will protect him. Matt finds the pick. Downpour in, does not hit a damn thing. Quack will get stunted. Denied. Appreciate you being here, Jason Spider. Always a pleasure, my friend. You enjoy the rest of your day.
0-0. Switching sides.
Woo.
Initiating match.
Well, one thing's for certain. We're only going to see point A here on Jibby. We're not heading into Hangar 18 anytime today. Well, at least not in this series.
Ready for battle.
Nice shot from X-Ross. Catches the teleport rotation. Even though Yukich and company tried to just blitzkrieg this high ground, that just incredible bolo shot from X-Ross stops everything. I mean, really just threw a wrench into the plans of that opening engagement. Fighting the Lucio of all heroes. You see Red Kermit leaping across the sky to rejoin with the rest of the team, but Arrow's already gotten another kill with some spam damage. Cutting off the escape. X-Ross gets another. All right. If you're gonna get a full hold, that's how you do it. So carefully on the Zarya heads up to the high ground. Yukich goes hog. Oh, you get the big fisher. This is gonna be everybody having to drop down, try to protect Carfley. Things are gonna get messy a lot sooner than Quick Academy wanted. 3 heading to the high ground. Actually, maybe everybody. Empire Scythica is just gonna go rotate, try to take center box, maybe even blue. Watch for Yukich to get another hawk. Elku taunting in a dangerous spot. Now it's X-Ross able to dodge away with the cooldowns. But it's back on the low ground. There's a bit of a disadvantage here trying to duel Matt. He's able to escape into server room. Fortunate to not take a take-aim bolt in that rotation. Yukich drops on the point where they catch Kerfley hiding in the cubby hole. No Mega available for you, and that pick onto the tank might just be the beginning of the end of Quack's season. And if we don't see some heroic play, Matt's gonna find 3, and there's 4 from Matt. Oh my. That pick onto Matt from X-Ross isn't gonna matter. You take that ultimate, but you could just get Yukage, you know, keep everybody off of the whole hog. Rhinos will make it to the point. Kitsu, throw it out. It's actually just disengage. I love this. Smart disengage. You know that Quack are going to be feeling desperate, and they're going to come back and throw in an ultimate. And Empire Scythica, they just back up and let you spin. Now it's going to be the Tidal Blast invested. Try to get the Roadhog with it. You can just knock down, but topped right back up with the Rejuvenating Wave. Answers with a whole hog on this point. Bolo Shot invested in. It's 3 ultimates at once to try to put the nail in the coffin of Quack season. And Empire Scythica do it. Your 8th seed, upset yet again, and win the lower bracket quarterfinals 3-1. Wow. Also, thank you for the follow, RBS. I appreciate you. Congratulations. A huge congratulations to Empire Scythica. They not only move into your lower bracket semis and into your top 4, but this will grant them a spot in your promotion relegation matches for Master Division for going into Season 7. So, not just a wonderful win and a big punch up. You know, you enter your playoffs in 8th seed. You are now in the top 4. What a punch up. You love to see it. And an opportunity to get promoted into the next division for next season. And a huge dub here for Empire Scythica today. They look so dangerous and look so good in this meta. Quack will finish the season in 5th, 6th. This is actually your best finish yet. You know, maybe I know you were hoping that you could have made top 4 and that you could have made it into those promotion relegation matches, but this is your best finish yet, your best season yet here for Quack, for Quick Academy. You know, you end 11-5, you end up in 5th, 6th. No shame. No shame. Heads held high here, Quack. Heads held high. Successful season, my friends. Always breaks my heart to send any team home. But that's a successful season right there. Scythica, big ups. I mean, talk about punching up here. This is a team that, you know, failed to even make playoffs in Season 5. Went 4-12, as a matter of fact. Didn't even have close to a 500 record in Season 5. Is now a top 4 finisher with an opportunity at Master Division in Season 6. What a turnaround. And they're still going. They're showing no signs of slowing down. I'll spit that sentence out eventually. But congrats. Taking a look at some quick stats there from that 4th and final map. Jamal 18-2. Run that pulse on Esperanca back. I know, right? You could 17-1. Mine Rabbit 11-0 with 16 assists. Is it just me or did MR? Did Mine Rabbit have a great day? I loved your skating. I followed you around on that map. You kidding? I think I've got to give Player of the Match to Jamal. Really early impact in this series. You know, you're looking at back-to-back maps with 5-digit damage where, you know, we did not see that same level output on the other side at all. I mean, that is just huge impact, huge value into this series. Really put Scythica out on the right foot. I think Jamal's your Player of the Match here for this lower bracket quarterfinals. You know what? You read my mind. I tried to do an MVP every match. Yeah, I'm giving it to Jamal here today. Particularly for the big impact in those first 2 maps to give Scythica that huge 2-0 lead, start them off on the right foot, really put them up early, and create a insurmountable deficit for Quack to try to bounce back from. So absolutely, Jamal, well-earned Player of the Match here today.